Hi everyone, here are at we are here at Silverstone with the new McLaren MP4 29. It's the new model, and Simraceway is the first game that officially has this great car. So we are in the qualifying session. Max showed me first, Albert second, and Wacky Pie the third. So Wackify now is in second place. He just finished to do a lap, and now he will start ahead of Elwood. Elwood is going to finish his lap. Let's see if he does a good lap, and he's still in third place. Qualified session is almost ending. So this is the last chance for some guys to end their laps. Master Rocco did a big crash, and Statoon just entered now the circle. Rudolph, the voice is from me, Pedro, also known as Supercar One, but we will have live with us too, so don't worry. Test one, two, three. The start of warm-up is coming because we are waiting for Liz Lips. Let's hope he appears soon so we can start the race. Okay, this is my account, guys. I see you're asking in the web chat, and thank you, um, thank you XVT for saying that because I didn't know what was the problem that I had. So I really don't know how to use my microphone. Sorry, so it will be only Liam commenting this race. So I hope you like the live stream.
Hello everybody and welcome to a very sunny Silverstone here today, and it seems that the World Cup weather has followed us all the way here to England. My name's Liam Jenkins, alongside me today Pedro Ramos. The McLaren MP429 make their competitive debut here around the home of British motorsport. 5 red lights about to illuminate. Max Showham on pole position. Let's see how they run down into the first corner. A slow start by the pole sitter. Wacky Pie may well get the jump into the very tight first apex. Can he get it done? Yes, he can. No fight at all there, and it's a little bit of argy-bargy in the backfield. I think it's been KM Quick that's gone off, and something, Pedro, that's very easily done in the opening lap.
Well, there are a lot of guys racing together. Let's hope there aren't any crashes here at Silverstone.
So Wacky Pie taking a commanding lead as they go in towards that old complex for the first time. Still looking very fresh in the MP429. Obviously a new car to Simraceway. You can get it for just $2.50, a fantastic price, and a car which really does symbolise everything about modern technology. The new step nose, of course, and the 2014 Formula 1 car being put through its paces today. The new V6 engine, not as loud or ferocious as its predecessors, but still equally as frightening as you tried to get this car around a circuit as difficult as Silverstone. And Pedro, you've driven this car. How difficult is it to drive?
Well, to be honest with you, Liam, I drove this car with traction control in the outside. Because without traction control, it's a bit hard to drive the car. It's very easy to spin it. But sometimes the trick is to go faster in the corners, so you have more downforce and you have less chances to spin.
It's all about just drivers trying to find their rhythm at this stage, and one man who's on his Howard up the inside, and he hits Tatoon, who goes flying off a club corner. He's recovered well, and I think that was just a little bit of outbraking there, unfortunately, for Howard. Just missed the apex of the corner, and the rest was subsequently contact. But lap 2 of 8 underway. The field remarkably rather set out at the moment. They're separated by a few seconds apiece. I'm not used to seeing this pack racing where we used to here at Simraceway, so the closest battle at the moment could well be Geraint in P5 as he tries to catch Brocky. Obviously one of the advantages of Silverstone, you've got the Wellington straight, and then of course the straight just after that long back straight before club corner. Very, very interesting corner. Very interesting straight, and a chance for these cars to stretch their legs. Speeds of 175 miles an hour. How important is a slipstream here around Silverstone?
You are already commented real races here at Silverstone, Ryan. So what is your favorite part of this great track?
I really think it is one of the best racetracks in the world. It offers so much variety in terms of the corners. There's not a lot of elevation change like your Brno, for instance, but what it does offer is a blend of everything. You come down that long back stretch right now in towards Stowe and Vale and out of the club. You've got plenty of chances for cars to stretch their legs. You've got low downforce corners, the Maggots and Beckett's complex switch. Oh, and a bit of contact. Geraint goes off, and careering, those Pirellis do very well to stop him from careering into the barriers, but I think it was Sky Pilot that was involved as well. Nothing Geraint could do, and he's going to carry on. But this Silverstone circuit is very technical and demands the very, very best from the drivers. You have to be at the top of your game to conquer Silverstone, and if you're not, then there are going to be some severe consequences, and that's exactly what happened there to Sky Pilot, down to 7th after the collision. Wacky Pie, they're making the most of the scenario. 13-second lead here on lap 3 out of 8. The man is absolutely flying around the circuit based in Northampton.
Someone's fun here when Wacky Pie passes. He is going to rejoin the track.
Yeah, that's not the ideal spot at all. And out of the national pit straight through Cops Corner goes Wacky Pie. And of course, that's the old Formula 1 pit straight. They now have the International and the Wing, which has made its appearance a few years ago, looking very modern here at Silverstone. And I think the change has brought some fantastic new variables into the circuit. It's now become a real racer's circuit, and especially with endurance events taking place. You've got the Brit car and the World Endurance Championship, British GTs. The longer racing stints really do favour those cars to find the best strategy. It's a lot of fun to watch, but Wacky Pie turning this into a sprint, and he's not relenting at all. He's got 16 seconds now as he makes his way through a very tight apex into the wing again, and as he makes his way out of club corner. Another lap in the books. He approaches the halfway stage with a 1:35.6, and in comparison, Master Rocco, the man in second, his best time was a 1:37.8, so a couple seconds quicker already as the race leader.
Maybe Wacky Pie has some chances to race in the A race because his race is very, very fast, much more faster than the others.
He really is. He definitely could be a wild card in that A race if he does decide to enter it. And another battle that's starting to form now, actually, is once again Sky Pilot and Garith. Now, last time these two come together, of course, Pedro, there was a bit of contact between them, and Garith ended up off the circuit. Sky Pilot lost a position. Do you reckon there'll be a bit of bad blood between these two, or are they just gonna, you know, let it to one side and race like normal?
Well, I really don't know. It's about them, but I hope the race goes without more crashes and without more problems.
Yeah, you've got to kind of all let it to one side as the driver, haven't you, and just focus on the task in hand. Letting personal rivalries interfere with the race is only going to end badly, but Sky Pilot looking to really put the hammer down through Maggots and Beckett's, and as he makes his way out of those corners and down the hanger straight, he needs to try and get in the draft as soon as he can. He's a bit too far away to make anything work, unfortunately, this time going into Stowe corner. But definitely within the next couple of laps, there could well be an overtaking manoeuvre brewing. A bit further forward, we've got a spin. Master Rocco's off, and now that is just going out of Vale into club corner, and he's lost a position there to Brocky, who's making his competitive return today. We'll see how he can handle himself, but already looking like he could be fighting for a podium. So it's all looking very strong there in the battle for third, and we'll see if that momentum can continue in the final few laps of this race, as Wacky Pie already looking to set through Luffields and out of Woodcote down the national pit straight again. Now 27 seconds clear. This man's in a league of his own. So the question is, though, can he maintain this pace, or will he push too hard that he can make an error? Obviously, with a gap that big, you want to try and pace yourself now. You've got nothing to lose. You've already proven you're the fastest man on the circuit. Surely the most effective way would be to just bring the car home safely.
Well, in my opinion, now he should drive more conservative because he is in the lead by a really big gap. So it isn't good sometimes to drive very, very fast, because if you spin, you can lose your place.
Exactly, and you would rather just coast it home, have a bit of a boring race and take the championship lead, rather than just maybe push a bit too hard to try and make a statement and it all go away from you. He's almost 30 seconds in front after just 6 laps of racing. I was in second, Brocky third, and Master Rocco still only 2 seconds away now. Of course, he had a bit of a moment, didn't he, a couple of laps ago, and with just 3 remaining on the clock, he's got to get 4 seconds out of the car in front of him. The lap time last time was at 1:38.3, and that was about 9/10 slower than what Rocky was doing, so it's looking like a bit of a task for Master Rocco to catch the man in third position. All the other battles seem to have come to a bit of a close, so surely it's just a case now for these drivers to make the very most of their opportunities and bring the cars home safely. There's no point pushing and risking losing all of the hard work. But Wacky Pie still refusing to relent, isn't he? Through Maggots and Beckett's. We just take a ride on board, and look how close he runs to the raised curbs. He really is ragging the life out of that MP429, taking no prisoners. And as he flicks the car through the left onto the hanger straight, the next time he goes through that corner will be the penultimate time of the race. Wacky Pie making a very bold statement here today. And through Stowe corner, a very prime overtaking opportunity. Unfortunately for him, though, no one to overtake. He's like, oh, Master Rocco goes wide again, and he was gaining, wasn't he, on Brocky? He was very close indeed. And that is so Unfortunate there for Master Rocco. And Pedro, I'm sure you've been in that situation. You push extremely hard to catch a car in front of you, and then you make one tiny error, and once again it all fades away.
Well, when that happens, you become very frustrated because you wanted to overtake someone and you just lose a lot of time and you think my race is over, and that's really bad.
I think we've all just got to maybe remain calm and think about the potential, because whilst Master Rocco pits in and he'll sure be disheartened about calling it a day, there are still 3 more races in this, and this is still a relatively new car. Everyone's still adjusting and learning their way round. Obviously, Simraceway, with its very diverse range of cars, many people enjoy the sports cars and shine, some people even the Gene Buggy, or maybe even your touring cars like the Mitsubishi Evo. It's the people that love the open wheels, they love the Indy car, they love all the McLarens. Those are the people that will adjust to this V6 car the very best. And I think Wacky Pie is among the top ranked drivers at the moment. Lap 7 out of 8, down the hanger straight he comes, and the man is looking unprecedented as he goes to start his final lap in just a few moments' time.
By the way, it's next week we will have a race at Darlington with the car that Ayrton Senna drove, a McLaren 2, a Formula 1. It's a very fast car, and it isn't easy to drive, so it will be a tough race.
Yeah, it could be. In Donington, of course, has proven to be a very magnificent circuit for Simraceway in the past. Some beautiful surprises that we've all witnessed. Of course, you think just back to the Donington Championship at the very start of 2014 and how far we've come since then. We've seen some breathtaking racing, some of the best championships that Simraceway has ever seen, and this is going to be no exception. Final lap of the race is underway, and it's still Wacky Pie that has a resounding 33-second lead as he goes through Luffields again. He's looking untouchable, and this has been an inspiring performance, hasn't it, Pedro?
Well, I didn't hear your question because I was seeing here Max Schaum was almost at 0 miles per hour in the track, and I didn't understand why. Maybe to let someone overtake him. I just thought it was really weird.
Maybe a bit of technical difficulty there right at the end for Max Schaum. He's 2 laps down on Wacky Pie, so it's not been the most ideal start to the series for him. But right now we've all got to focus on our race leader because he's just a corner away from arguably one of the most dominant victories of his career. He's had a fantastic debut in the MP4 29, and he really would be giving Jenson Button a run for his money. Out of club corner for the final time today, and the first race of the afternoon goes to Wacky Pie. A splendid victory indeed for Wacky. He'll be over the moon with that one. It'll be Brocky that's going to take second position, and look how far away he is. Wacky Pie almost a minute in front by the end of that race. Absolutely insane performance and dominating. Surely the only word that can describe such a drive. Rocky makes his way out of the final corner and will pull his car over to the right hand side to celebrate a second position. Good performance there for the newcomer. To 2 makes it 3, well, 2 newcomers on the podium, with Wacky Pie taking the overall victory. Sky Pilot takes 4th after a very troubled race in front of Geraint in 5th, who also had an off. Howard retires. Master Rocco takes 7th. Max Schaum will very shortly cross the line in 8th place, with KM Quick not finishing. So that rounds out your order for the 500 to 900 B race. And congratulations to all of our podium finishers, from myself, Liam Jenkins, and co-commentator Pedro Ramos. Don't forget, we've got plenty more racing to come your way here tonight from Silverstone involving this car, the next of which, Pedro, you'll be driving. So what are you looking for out of the next race?
Well, first of all, I hope that I don't crash or spin, and I don't want to destroy someone's race. Second, I would like to be in the podium. Yesterday I drove a lot in this car with my new wheel, a Logitech G27. It's much better to drive with this wheel, to be honest with you. And I hope all people that will race have fun because that's the important thing.
Absolutely, so don't forget you can catch all of that action live here on the Simraceway YouTube channel very, very shortly from myself, Liam Jenkins, and my co-commentator and fellow racer who will be in action in just a few moments' time, Pedro Ramos. We'll see you back here at Silverstone very shortly.